when we surrender, the idea that we've got it, we've got our answers, and we don't need something. When we open ourselves up and we surrender to the idea that is it possible that in fact I could use some help. I don't have all my answers because if I did, I wouldn't feel the way I feel on so many days of my life. Surrender it's really the first step. Even if you're living in any type of addictions, and if you've ever attended a 12-step meeting for addictions, really the first step is about surrender. Like, I give up, uncle, I need help.
That is Jay Rothman. Now, Jay is one of the interviewees that I spoke to for the upcoming virtual summit on men's mental health. And in this conversation, we talked a lot about that quest that we often go on as men in order to be the provider of our families, our leaders in business, our quest for wealth and status, and how that can lead us on the path away from self-care. So we end up with burnout, mental stress, mental pain, addictions. And we explore how Jay's journey led him down that same path, and how mine did as well. Surrender is an interesting word. Often it can be associated with really negative connotations like submission, like quitting, like giving up, like failure, like defeat. When really, in a lot of contexts, the idea of surrender can be an incredibly powerful value to uphold. Now, in this very circumstance, the reason that Jay said those words is because I talked about an experience that I got after hitting my rock bottom, where I was willing to do anything to feel better than the way I was feeling at that time. And that was when I was suffering from kind of a very aggressive depression. And so I came back and said, I'm willing to do anything. And I started to turn up to things I wouldn't normally turn up to, speak to people I wouldn't normally speak to. But because I was willing to relinquish and surrender to the idea that I had all of the answers, all of a sudden I was allowing other people, other ideas, other concepts to come in that could lead me down the path that I should have been going down anyway. And it's like almost if we've got a destination in mind, and we've got a path that we're going down, and you've got your GPS, you've got Google Maps right next to you going, at the next junction, turn left. And you go past it and it goes, okay, at the next junction, turn left. And you're like, no, I know my way, I know which way to go. And gradually this road is getting rockier and rockier and rockier, and you're like, oh goodness, this road is rocky. And then Google's like, you should probably turn left. Like, no, I know the way to go. I know where I want to go, and it's this way. And the road's getting rockier. All of a sudden, you kind of get thrown about in your car. Your vehicle's getting kind of like all chipped and bent out of shape. And then Google's like, do a U-turn. Do a flipping U-turn now. You're going the wrong way. If only Google Maps actually did that, that might be useful. And then all of a sudden, our car careers into a crevasse and flipping is destroyed and chipped and broken. And often we do that to our bodies and our lives. Right? Because we don't listen to the science, because we're so fixated on the path that we fully believe, we don't surrender to the idea that other people can help. Other people, other ideas, other concepts, other ways of being 100% exist. And so often they can be better for you. When you actually surrender to this idea, you surrender to a new way of being, a new path, new connections with new individuals, And there's freedom at the other side of surrender. It worked for me. It completely worked for me. That and many, many other things. But the first thing I had to do, like Jay said, the first thing that addicts have to do in the 12-step program is surrender. And say, I don't have the answers. I'll surrender to your good graces. Please help. It's an incredibly powerful thing to do. And then you can pass that help on to someone else in the future. So I wanted to kind of give you that thought because I was doing the editing today. I thought it was a really, really powerful clip from the virtual summit. And if you want to see more from the virtual summit, we cover off so many different topics around men's mental health. We cover stuff around minimalism, depression, anxiety, suicidal ideation, addiction. We also cover positive things like bridging connection, making friends, networking, financial empowerment, health empowerment. So it's all designed to kind of take you from those negative associations with depression, anxiety, and give you a more thriving and empowered life. So if you want to explore more of those amazing conversations, I promise you it'll be worth it. And it's completely free to sign up to. I'll put a link in the description. It starts on the 17th of December, and I hope to see you there. Bye!